Hi, and welcome to the SuccessPaTh show where Christian business owners share their tips for success to show you how to succeed more effectively with your kingdom goals. And I'm very excited about our guest today, Yadira, former preacher, now life coach, author, inspirational speaker, and founder of I Am Magazine International. Yadira Gonzalez Muñoz helps women find their I Am, guiding them to know themselves deeply with courage and to be aligned with their purpose so that they can fall in love with themselves, to become confident, bold, and happy, therefore having better communication, better relationships, a deeper connection with God, know their worth, step into determination, and up-level their appearance from the inside out in every area of their life. Yadira's mission is to guide women to practice a higher level of introspection and awareness beyond their identity, so they have the faith and determination to realize their purpose with courage. Welcome, Yadira.
Thank you so much. I am so happy that I am being able to be in your program and to be here with you and help other women to find their I am, because it is very important to get to find ourselves in any type of our journey that we're going through life. Thank you so much.
Yes, and that is my first question to you, Yadira. You talk about I am, you talk about confidence and purpose. What brought you to help women in these areas of life, and what does I am mean?
Okay, thank you for asking that. Well, it is a long story. I'm going to make it very short. Actually, it started after I had a car accident, because before that, I've been a divorced woman for many, many, many years. And I had this struggle. I had a struggle, like feeling guilty about what happened before, feeling resentful with so many things that happened in my life, having that hate or carrying our struggles and not letting go. And when I had the car accident in 2010, my life changed because I realized that I had a second opportunity to live a beautiful life. And it was only about the way I created it, the way that I could do it, the way that I had to change my thoughts, my way of living, my way of speaking, and in every way. So it was rediscovering myself, forgiving, re-encountering with, let's say, going back to basics, re-encountering with God again, and start falling in love, not only with Him, but in love with myself, knowing that I was worth it, that I was valuable, and that I could give something better to others too. Because there was a moment that I said, wow, I wonder how many women are feeling the same way or were feeling the same way I was feeling then. So I really want to reach these people, say, hey, we can do it. I know it's possible because I've done it. And finding at the end the happiness within yourself, because no one or nobody is going to make you happy, just you. So this is how it started. And then I created the I Am Revolution because it's about learning and discovering your I Am.
Wow, that's incredible to have that second opportunity to, change yourself, to find your worth. And not only that, but then also being able to help others because you found out that that brought you happiness and fulfillment. So, Yadira, one question. I don't know if you've ever been asked this, but it may sound a little sacrilegious to say, oh, let me help you find your I am. What do you say to that?
Let me say, I know that people are saying like, oh no, I know who I am. I am an engineer, let's say. I am a coach. I'm an architect. But actually, it's not about that. It's really finding your deepest I am, your essence inside, because everybody can be whatever they want to be. An engineer, all these things that I'm saying is the unique aspects of who you really are. So that is your real I am. That I am beautiful, I am honest, I am all these positive aspects of your essence, your values, your priorities, your integrity, because many times we forget about that. We just go through life living and we forget the real essence of ourselves.
And you're not saying that, well, I am God because God is I am, or I'm higher than God. What I'm hearing from you is that you want us to have a deeper connection with Jesus, with God.
Exactly. Why? Because he's the greatest I am. We are actually coming from him. So what he always told us, or if you read the Bible, or you know that he said, just be as me, let's create someone as me. So we lost that, and we forget how powerful that is, because we are actually co-creators with God, to co-create a better life for ourselves, a better life for the people around us, a better life that God is really creating or putting in our hearts. And sometimes we forget about that, or following our dream or our heart. What is the heart saying? And when you ever say, I have a dream that is in my heart, it's not because you have that dream. That dream, God placed it there.
Right.
So it's up to us to take it out there. And you know that discovering your I am it changes your perspective of life. You start becoming happy, you start becoming positive. Everything around you actually changes.
Wow, that's incredible, Yadira. And you said that, it is our basically responsibility to get those dreams that God put in our hearts and to actually bring them to fulfillment. But as you said, some of us are in fear. We're stuck because of our former previous things that we've done. And, sometimes there's criticism from outside. But you talk about confidence. What are some practical ways that people can get their confidence back?
The confidence, for example, first of all, we have to be open to know 3 important things. So we have to be completely honest with ourselves, to know what we really want. What is what I want? Then recognize change, because we do have to recognize that there has to be a change in our lives. And you have to know that you are more than any one characteristics. Like I said before, you are not the title of your job. You are something else here from inside. So to be confident, you really have to learn all those points. And there are actually 6 steps for this. One is accept yourself. You really have to accept yourself and stop the self-doubt that we create ourselves for what happened in life. There's a moment I say, I am not capable. I cannot do this. This is impossible. Why me? No, we have to accept ourselves and start embracing it and create it into a strength. No matter what happened in our past, we have to stop being a victim and become victorious in anything. The other thing is to know that we are not alone. Even if we think, oh, I am alone with this, nobody's going to listen, nobody's going to help me, there is someone that is going to help you. There's always someone that is going to help you. And do not get disappointed if you reach to the wrong person, because always the correct person is going to come on your way to give you a hand. Now, for example, get the facts. I know that our jobs don't necessarily reflect the truth. Sometimes we have to look in the mirror and say, okay, what are my fears? What are my struggles? Even we have to think, what have been my achievements until today? How can I make that better? How can I make this possible? So it's all about just start focusing and saying, okay, getting to ask these questions to ourselves. Then we have the knowledge of your strengths, because we can acknowledge what our strengths are, what are our weaknesses. So the moment that you start acknowledging your strengths, this is going to give you so many skills to be able to accomplish what you really want to. So the skills, what is better to do is start writing them down. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And trying to put the strengths over the weaknesses, and you will go ahead with it, you know? And number 5 is, for example, choose your friends wisely, because also your friends can take you to a very negative point in your life or a positive point. So it depends who you are with. So it is very good for your self-esteem to start getting together with positive friends. For example, if you want to grow in a coaching business, get together with other coaches and start getting to know what they do. How can you do better? Ask questions, get surrounding around them. It doesn't matter how many coaches there are in the world. Each one of us is unique, and your uniqueness is going to help someone else to get out of what they really need to get out of. And number 6 is define your values. Our values are very important, because this is what we live in daily. Sometimes we forget. Like I say, we are like already like robots living the everyday life. But we have to remember what is my values? What can I do that? How can I show people how valuable I am, how worth I am? So I know that this is the self-doubt of it's very long process, but as long as you start discovering your points and writing them down, you're going to get better. You know, you're going to start living different. You're going to start asking yourself, do I like this? What can I do to be better? How can I do it? When am I going to start? And if you start asking yourself all these questions, like I said at the beginning, you have to be honest with yourself. Even if it hurts, you have to take that thing that you have in there. Like I was so angry with the world. I was so angry with everyone. What did I do? I forgave. I forgave others. I forgave myself. Being honest, because I knew, okay, this is wrong with me. This is what I have to change to be better. And it's not about being better for everybody else out there. It's better for yourself. And the rest of the world is going to notice. So you don't have to worry what they're saying, what they're looking, or what they're going to be saying afterwards. You have to be sure what you're saying inside of you about yourself. And that is going to change your surroundings.
Wow, that's amazing. Like you said, changing them from the inside is going to change things on the outside. So I love that. I love all of these different points. And yes, it's important to know yourself and not just say, oh, this is what people expect from me, but to actually find out what makes you tick, what are your values, and ask yourself all these questions. So this is really, really awesome, Yadira. So I'm wondering, where does the I am revolution come into play here?
It actually, like I told at the beginning, I had a car accident in 2010. I was in a coma for 2 weeks. But when I woke up, the doctor just told me that I would never walk again. And I realized that being powerful from the inside out, depending what you use, it's going to make your life change. So I remember I told him, you are the doctor, do your job. And I remember saying, I am going to do my job and God will do his. Do something, because I am going to walk from this hospital back home. And indeed, actually, 3 days later, he came back and he said, you pushed me so hard, I had to do something. So we're going to put you in surgery. We don't know if it's going to work. But it did. Actually, 19 surgeries later and 11 years later, I am walking.
Hallelujah.
Amen. I say, God, thank you, because he gave me a second opportunity to realize how powerful is the I am. I am, it's going to define also what you are using afterwards, because that's why I always say we have to be careful with our thoughts, with our mouth, with our heart, because what we say behind the I am is going to happen. So you can say, I am ugly, I am fat, I am not worthy, I am whatever sometimes other people are telling you about. You have to remember who you really are and start saying, I am. God created me. The greatest I am created me as his image. So I am capable. I am beautiful. I am going to walk. So it's all what you really say, believing it in your heart, and having that faith that God has putting us here on earth to be part of him and be co-creators with him. We are co-creating something beautiful. We have to make it happen. So yes, this is how we created the I Am Revolution. I created it. And this is how I started also on a digital magazine called I Am, where you can tell your story of who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and your I am, because we go through so many struggles to become the person that we are today. And that doesn't mean that it stops there, because we are kind of like a project under construction. We're always becoming better and better. So this is what I am is about. And I want to create this revolution so women, and not only women, let's say everyone, really finds their I am, their essence, their uniqueness inside of them.
I love that, Yadira. And thank God that you had that bold faith. And even though the doctor was the expert, you knew that the expert was, you know, our God, and that he can do amazing, incredible things. And I praise God for the miracle of you walking, the miracle of you being here, changing your life, and now the impact that you're having on others. So, Yadira, we only have a few minutes left. So I want to make sure that you let people know about this amazing freebie that you have that is really going to help them. And of course, we'll have the link in the description below for them. But tell us about this freebie, and why is it absolutely important for people to download this?
Well, it's about how to get your confidence back. It is important because you have there a little bit of the tips that I told you today. You're going to learn and discover more things about it. And you are going to learn even how to discover a little bit more, how to ask yourself those questions that you really need to be honest with yourself and ask them. So that's going to be a freebie. And I think you're going to value it. You're going to share it on the link. So that is very important.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that, Yadira. And also, where can people follow you? Which is your, like, where do you hang out the most on social media? Because I know you're on all of the social media channels over there. So
there's so many, but you can follow me on Facebook. So you can always follow me on Facebook. You can always follow me on Instagram. So I think you're going to share the link also. So you can always share a comment with me, or send me a message if you have any questions. You're always welcome. And there you go.
Great. Yes. So make sure to get your freebie. We'll put the link right in the description so you can click on it. Make sure to check out Yadira on Instagram, LinkedIn. We'll also put the website down there so that you can ask her questions. And she's in Belgium right now. So just, you know, there's a little time difference there if you don't hear from her right away. And Yadira, I like to ask this of my guest speakers, because this show is for those business owners that have dreams, but they feel like they've failed. They're about to throw in the towel because they've tried everything, or they feel they've tried everything, and they're in debt. Maybe they're in depression. What would you tell them to bring them a little encouragement today?
Well, one of the things, like I said before, those dreams that you have in your heart, they're placed there because God puts them there. If you are not afraid to give that first step, everything is going to come along, because God placed that there, that dream there, and every person is going to come along. You just have to be strong. You have to be faithful. You have to be positive that everything is going to come on your way. It takes time. It's not from one day to the other one, to the other day, but it's going to happen. You just need to be strong, need to have faith, be fearless, because fear is what pushes us down. So don't allow fear to push you down. And have a lot of faith, because God is helping you out. Just don't close the windows, don't close the doors. One door closes, another one better is opening.
Amen. Yes, thank you so much, Yadira, for that encouragement. And to the viewer, make sure that you like this episode and you share it with your friends. And we thank you so much for being here. Make sure to check us out on the next episode. God bless.